Hi, good afternoon. Sherry Watson here with the Power of Purpose, and I'm so pleased and honored to introduce our guest, Miss Phyllis Abbott. Phyllis, it's been an incredible journey. It's been so much fun, so empowering for our team to watch you just take action and step up to the plate and make things happen. So, Phyllis, tell us a little bit about your background and then kind of how we met and where we've gone since then together.
Okay, I started Shepherd's Hands back in 2012, and when I started it, a friend of mine told me about Power Grant Money and a conference you were doing in San Diego. So I came to San Diego to see what you were doing, learned a lot, brought a lot home, and that helped me then to start forming my nonprofit. So I didn't make any mistakes. You gave really good guidelines, and so I filed for it with a time in 2012 when there was a backlog of nonprofit applications out there, and God was just wonderful. He got it done in 2 months, and at the same time, same week that he did that, I got my master's degree in nonprofit management, so it all came together at the same time. And after I got it, I just had gotten my, for doing, working with homeless people in general. I didn't specialize in any area. But my passion has always been the veterans because my family's all veterans. So I decided to narrow it down to veterans primarily, and I did a lot of research. Where are there unmet needs? I think that's any nonprofit to be successful needs to meet an unmet need rather than duplicating a need. And I found 3 areas where there was a need. One is a father that has his children, but there's no mother in the picture. The other is a man that has a pet. He cannot stay in a shelter anywhere. And the other was the growing number of homeless women veterans on the street. And as I know that more and more women are serving in the military now, that there's a greater need than ever to meet their needs. So my focus became on homeless women veterans. I struggled for a while. I worked on my 4 pillars, developed that, and I listened to what you said about connect, 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 and never give up. And so that got through my head.
All right.
And because there was times I got discouraged, but last year it was just like everything clicked together at one time. I went down to the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs because last year was the year for women veterans in the state of Kentucky, designated by the governor. So I went in and talked with them, and they had just hired a women's coordinator for working with women veterans. We got connected, and we've moved forward. They've been so supportive and opened doors for me. It was unbelievable. I am now on their Women's Advisory Committee for the state of Kentucky. That's also opening doors, also letting me spread the message and create awareness and needs of women veterans. And then that same time frame, I met Sherry Whitehouse. She has an organization called Lady Vets Connect. So we have partnered now. We're doing some events where we're inviting women veterans to come and get connected with each other, providing support for them, giving them an opportunity where they can come together and share their experiences that they can't share with their family members a lot of times. And our first meeting was January the 30th. We had 53 women veterans there, and found out they're very hungry for this kind of connections. So we'll be doing another one on March the 12th, and then we're going to be doing some in Louisville and Northern Kentucky before the end of the year. And last night, Sherry and I were invited to teach a workshop on connecting with women veterans at the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs conference in April. So we're going to be able to share more of our mission with them and get the word out there even more. So the house we've had donated is in the process of being renovated. We hope we're going to have it open by the 1st of April, and we'll be able to have 3 women veterans there in a pilot program. But one of the most exciting, that's been very exciting and challenging, it's fun, but also at our Lady Vets Connect meeting we had last Saturday, there was a gentleman that came, and he had bought a grade school in Clark County when they built new schools. He wants to be used for veterans. So I went with him and looked at it on Sunday. It's 11 acres out in the country with a 20,000 square foot building on it. It's all intact. Just needs to be cleaned up some. And he's out of town now. When he gets back, we're going to spend some time together and see if there's a way to structure it. We're probably going to need some help in getting some fundraising done to get that done, but it's an awesome opportunity because we can have the women could have their children if they have children. We can have some cottage industries there, a lot of workshops and training to help them get started. And then we use our home in Lexington as a transitional house as they transfer into a job where they can live till they have sufficient money to be on their own. And we hope this program will spread to other areas.
What a joy to hear you. Listen, you guys, we met at our live event in San Diego, and then Phyllis was a part of the mentoring and got the nonprofit going, and then worked on the business while she was getting a master's degree. And did you guys hear what Phyllis said? She took action every step of the way. She had a house donated. Phyllis, you just are so on fire and just talking. To back up a little bit, Phyllis, because she went out and connect and believed and was persistent. Phyllis, that never give up is such a big part of who you are, and then a tribute to the success you're having now is we watched you. We got to be with you on that journey where you were just out there connecting. You believed. You were persistent. And you guys, Phyllis has been a part of so much of our journey in the inner circle, charitable giving of real estate, meeting every week together, and then coming on the call going, I got a beautiful 3-bedroom house donated in Lexington, and I'm now going to be able to do that first house for female veterans and their children. And Phyllis, tell them what happened last week as you kept connecting with the media. What you shared with us that brought us all to tears and reminded us of why we do what we do. Our passion and purpose is to teach and mentor folks like you to go out and make a difference in the world. So share with us what happened last week.
This last week has been crazy exciting, and I have done one more interview with a radio station, and Sherry and I were both invited to the JEFCO monthly meeting, which is the joint committee of veterans organizations in the state of Kentucky. The commissioner of the KWVA introduced us and told a little bit about what we're doing, and they have invited us back to be the keynote speakers next month. And so it's just been one thing after the other. It's just rolling.
And you guys, another thing Phyllis didn't tell you, she was on NBC News last week with a clip about Shepherd's Hand, a nonprofit, walking through the house that was donated, talking about the supports that Shepherd's Hands will be doing with life skills training, peer support, bringing women home with their children. It was so powerful, and that went statewide. And to have that news clip, when we saw it saying it's the first of its kind in the state of Kentucky, and now other states calling you, Phyllis, to want to know how to implement this throughout the country. That's amazing.
I've got my roller skates on, trying to keep up.
This has just been, I'm telling you, the blessings, the pride that you bring to us with many of our team members are young veterans. And when we gather together at our team meetings and talk about creating those movements and changing broken systems and 22 suicides a day of veterans, and Phyllis, to see you out there making it happen, for you out there just connect, and never giving up, such a blessing to be a part of your journey.
It's been my pleasure, and I look forward to continuing.
Oh, I'm telling you, the advice I gave you before we put it on record, you guys, of telling Phyllis, I'll give you some deep advice that I can share with wisdom. This is just the beginning, so hang on. and
I am.
and Phyllis, tell everyone that, because what we want to do is let's spark people to take action. Just step up, take action. Has it been a fun journey? That's what I want to know.
So far, we've had a lot of people come beside us. They come in and donate their time to help clean up the building, get it ready. We've had looking at getting our new roof put on next week, I hope, and other programs that were coming along. And we've had several. I've had a nutritionist. We've had a person who does equine therapy that's going to be teaching classes for them. We have a social worker that's donating her time to help counsel with the ladies, and some one lady's going to come in and do cooking classes. One's going to do knitting classes. So we're getting a lot of different resources lined up to provide programs for them, and so they can really connect as a family.
That's awesome. To give advice to others now, what is the biggest thing you could say to others to take this step and take action?
If you have a vision, don't give up on it. I mean, you'll have struggles and you'll get discouraged, but if that vision is powerful enough, then you have to be willing to make the sacrifice to make it happen, and you will have to make some sacrifices. But when you can connect with people like Power Grant Money staff is, to give you support, guidelines. I know the 4 pillars has helped me a lot in developing my program and developing the business plan. It's been very essential, and I think that if you have that guidance from people who experience and know the way through it, it can eliminate a lot of time, money, and effort. So stay focused and don't give up, main thing.
I love it, Phyllis. Well, you guys, we want you to give them your website, your contact information, and you guys, all of you can make a difference right now by contributing, helping Shepherd's Hands, all the folks you've drawn in, Phyllis, the people that are surrounding you that want to be a part of this. Now folks can be able to be a part of it by helping rehab, providing the funding to furnishing. So give them your contact information, and together we're going to keep sharing Shepherd's Hands and bring you the resources, the funding so we can replicate this all throughout the country.
Thank you. My phone number is 859-806-4297. Website is SHEPPARDSHANDS.org.
Great.
So Shepherd's has 2 P. Shepherd's is spelled with P and 1 P normally. We've got 2 P's in there.
Great. And well, Phyllis, I know when you talk about the 4 pillars, Ryan, with our mentoring for the Power of Purpose, it's been such a great journey with Ryan, because as he teaches the 4 pillars, you take action every step of the way. So again,
exactly.
We want to congratulate you. We want to share in the celebration with you. We want to spark everyone watching and listening to, man, just go do it. You know, just go do it. It's fun. It's fulfilling. The social significance. Never can you have that kind of fulfillment with any kind of amount of money as when you're socially making that kind of an impact. And the legacy, Phyllis, amazing.
It is. And one of the things that happened with this is one of my volunteers, he is a Iraqi veteran, has got PTSD really bad, and his fiance connected us together, and he's been helping at the house almost every day. And she sent me an email the other day. She says this has been wonderful therapy for him. So we weren't intending to help a guy, but we did help a guy. And he's been very helpful to us.
And you know what? That's what we say. You're living and breathing and what we teach, what we've lived. is it's about empowering people. It's about giving a hand up, not a handout. And it's about
Right.
letting people control their life and destiny. So bringing veterans back to rebuild our country the way that they have been there for our freedom. Let's bring them back, and you're doing that, Phyllis. And we can't congratulate you, can't show you how prideful and how joyful we are to be a part of this journey. It's amazing.
Thank you so very much. It's been a pleasure, and I've enjoyed it and look forward to continue the relationship together.
Oh, I do too. And let's tell them this, Phyllis. Stay tuned. More to come.
Right.
Okay, you guys, we'll go to Shepherdtown. Go. Let's really make a difference and do what Phyllis did. Step up, take action, connect, 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 and never give up. So Phyllis will be sharing more soon.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.